Welcome back. I have discovered something pretty nice. You can stack withers on top of each other. This is basically parallels. That's pretty funny. I guess I probably need to be a little bit careful with how many I make, because this could get pretty laggy if I just passive supply skulls and soul sand into this thing. Anyway, nether stars are a problem of the past. Today, I'm going to try and make it to Euclydes Prime. To start, I need to make a terrestrial agglomeration plate, which is very simple. I've shown this recipe in the past, so I'll just get this done. Wait a minute, it needs terra steel to make? Wait, what? Ooh, terra steel is made in a blast furnace. Interesting. And I need liquid helium to cool it. Okay, helium I can get from a gassy enriched egg, so I need to set up... You know what? I need to set up a lot of chickens, so that might be something I do before anything else. It might be time to clean up the chicken space and build a chicken space. It's probably smart. I hope this wither thing is actually working. It's weird. They're at 0 HP, but they're not, they're still taking damage. Oh, by the way, I didn't muffle the explosion sound, so this is a little less toxic to be around. Hey, did you guys know this exists? You can hold shift on the copy-paste gadget and it shows you the items you need. And it shows you if you don't have enough. That's pretty cool. And funny enough, I have this design pre-copied. I haven't copied anything else since then. So this should be an easy paste. It of course doesn't replace blocks, so I'm gonna have to go in and clean this up, but this saves on a lot of effort. While I continue setting up my brand new chicken room, I've been crafting. I've been crafting a draconic core. And that is one of the endgame quests. And it also gives me an extra 4 draconic cores. So that's pretty nice. There's also a stabilized mob spawner, but I don't know what it contains. I'm just going to put it away. Now, I need to make 8 chaotic fusion crafting injectors, and these are a little expensive because the crystal matrix ingots cost quite a bit of starlight, also nether stars and diamond lattices, which are a bunch of diamonds, and dimensional shards. There's a couple of things I'm still missing here. Polyethylene. Oh, I probably just have to hook up a storage bus. Can't believe I still haven't done that. Also some starlight. This is a chicken issue. I need more light wells to speed this up, and some exquisite diamonds, which I'm sifting for right now. So this is pretty close to doable. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pre-craft some sub-components really quick, maybe workstations. And while this crafting is going, I'm going to keep working on migrating my chickens. It's coming. It's coming soon. The the liquid starlight one is really struggling. Well, it's been a little while. I've automated all of my chickens. Well, except for 2 of them. I decided to skip over the canola chicken and the mineral chicken. Oh, also the appetite chicken. Because the canola and mineral are kind of useless. I don't really need those products automated outside of where they're currently used in oil processing. And for appetite, there's just so many ways to process the appetite. I kind of just got overwhelmed and I didn't want to do it yet. I did notice that there are 2 more chickens I can make. One of them I'm not going to because it's kind of a waste of time. The learning chicken, I really don't need this. This just makes XP, which I get from deep mob learning anyway. But I can make the space chicken. This one would be nice because it's infinite black quartz, star metal, and skystone. And crafting it is pretty easy. I have all of these things already. I could do this right now. But look at this. I'm so glad. I'm so happy to have finally done this. This is really, really slow in making starlight, actually. Part of me wants to go get a collector crystal and just put it on top of this and link everything, because this is really slow. Even with 9 of them, everything's just instantly being used up because it's used in my fuel production. I need some kind of throttle or bottleneck there to stop things. For now, I'm just going to accelerate these, I guess. Time in a bottle does some serious work. It's costing me a lot of time, though. While my chaotic injectors are crafting, I got my terra steel. I need it to make the terrestrial agglomeration plate, remember. I'm going to set it up right here. I needed this for making resonating gems, so I'm going to make a couple. It's pretty straightforward. I think it's going to be very, very slow though, because I don't have any sparks, and I also don't really have mana storage per se. I only have it in the form of this super tank for wizardry mana. I don't have an actual mana pool, which may be a bit silly of me. But if I remember correctly, this still works if I just bind it directly to the... Ooh, I might have to move it down a block. I think this works. I think it's going to be extremely slow, but I think it still works. Which is fine, because I'm still waiting for my chaotic injectors, so it doesn't really matter. Now I need 4 resonating gems, so I'm going to make those as soon as possible. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. This is going to take forever. Well, shit. It did despawn. 2 of the items despawned. I think Stardust, for some reason, doesn't despawn. Probably because it has some kind of in-world interaction. Oh yeah, it does. I forget what it is. I did it. Anyway, yeah, okay. I'm not done with Botania just yet. I need to get better spreaders. Or I could just put down a mana pool, I guess, and then fill it up first. And then with sparks. Can I make sparks? Oh yeah, super easy. Though I should get better spreaders anyway. Would be pretty handy. So I guess it's time for another detour, really quick, to make the Elven Gateway Core and some Natura pylons. Ew, disgusting recipe, but okay. And then some Elementium, which I can use for the Elven mana spreaders. I should probably also scale this up, make more Petropetunias or something. Okay, more Botania. Now I did learn from a comment that in this version of Thaumcraft, I am penalized for using the same stabilizer. Because of course I am. Never change, Thaumcraft. You will always be my mortal enemy. So this is actually less stable than it could be if I used a variety of different stabilizers. I'll get to that eventually. Let's go. My dumbass forgot the mana pylon itself. At least this is easy to make. Cool. And... nice. And I get a second one from the quest reward. And I've already crafted up my Elven Gateway Core. Surprise! Now, to actually make this structure, I don't know if it's any different in 1.12 compared to 1.7, so I'm going to look it up. Alright, here's the gateway. This should work. I think this is the right distance away, 3 blocks. Not sure. But I need mana in the mana pools to turn this on. So I've made 2 mana tablets, and this has been building up, but it's not great. Oh, I made 2 more Petropetunias, by the way. Alright, filling them up. Okay, these are half full now. That's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, before I turn this on, I should probably get a hold of all the items I'm going to need to trade, so I can turn this off as soon as I can. Let's see, some Dreamwood, so Living Wood, Mana Pearls, Mana Diamonds, more Mana Diamonds. I guess these are interchangeable. Nether Quartz, Mana Glass. What the hell is this thing? Mana Steel. Okay, I'm going to get a couple of these items. Maybe like a half stack of each of those things or so, and I will be right back. Ooh, I didn't notice this before, but crafting the mana pylon gave me a Blacker Lotus as a quest reward. Let's see how much mana this actually gets me. That wasn't that much. I think I might have placed these incorrectly, so I moved them. Okay, let's see. Mana in here. Mana in there. I forget how this works. How does this start? Do I need to... Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna start throwing some stuff in. Very good. Very good. That should be everything. And I want to take all this mana back. Close down the portal. And return everything to this one. And this is quite a bit of mana now, so I should be able to do some crafts. Alright, let's get it done. Thank you, Sparks. Thank you, Sparks. Can I speed them up? No. Apparently not. Nice. Resonating gem. Just need to do this 4 times. Also, by the way, to actually finish the Elementium quest, I need to convert it to Botania Elementium, which is kind of silly, but wait a minute. Can I not turn it back? I guess not. I'm also going to swap out these spreaders for Elven ones, because this is really bad. Oh, look at this. I can actually make the Gaia ones without killing the Gaia Guardian. It's just the Elven ones plus Stellar Alloy. I'm going to swap these out. These are also not... I mean, they're good, but they're not incredible. I'm going to swap them out. The Chaotic Fusion crafting injectors are done too, by the way. Cool. I still need to look up how to set this up, so I'm going to do that. And I also need to gather the rest of the items required for the artifact, but Everything else is pretty easy. I also have to figure out where to put this. I have no clue. Honestly, somewhere here kind of makes sense to me, even though this is like my on-demand auto-crafting area. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here's my little setup. I have my HV energy converter, and it's feeding into an Ender energy conduit, which can do up to 20,000 FE per tick, or RF per tick. For some reason, these are not filling up with energy, and I don't know why, but from quickly Googling it, it seems like this is normal, and it only draws energy when something's being crafted. So we'll see. I've got all my items. I've shift right-clicked each of these injectors to make it single item instead of full stacks at a time. Also, by the way, if you're setting this up yourself, you can put these injectors anywhere between 1 block away and 16 blocks away, but they have to be no more than 1 block off axis. So if I placed another injector over here, that's not a valid spot. So at most you can be on any of the axes and then 1 off. Anyway, let's get this going. Once I click start, it should draw power. Surely there are no risks to doing this, right? Ooh. Scary sound. Well, it is drawing energy, but it's kind of slow. So this is 8,000 FE per tick. How long is this going to take? Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also, for automating this with Applied Energistics, this looks to me like an assembly line style automation. So just a storage bus on each of these with priority on a subnet, basically. But I don't know how much I'm going to actually be using this, so I'll automate it if it seems like I'm going to be using this often. Anyway, here's the Euclydes Prime artifact. Big day. This is another major progression milestone. Nice. Now, what does one actually do with the artifact? Well, unfortunately, I can't use it just yet. I have to make one more thing, a warp core, on my space station. And this is the coolest thing in this mod pack, if you ask me. So I'm going to gather up all the different things I need for the warp machine, warp drive, warp core. So it's a controller, the core itself, and a bunch of other random bullshit, but also a dilithium crystal. This looks scary, but it's actually really easy to make. It needs liquid starlight and dilithium dust, which is very easily made with 2 lithiums and some fluorine gas. Very, very easy. A little too easy, to be honest, but anyway. I guess the artifact was a lot of work, so this is fine. I'm going to get all these items, and also any other items that I need for the structure, and I will see you on the space station. I kind of ran out of titanium, so I'm killing time by doing these EV batch crafting quests, because why not, I guess? And I'm probably going to need the parts to make the machines to process tungsten steel after this trip, so this is an investment. It hurts, but it's an investment, and it's definitely going to be worth it. So I also got cerium, cadmium, lanthanum, and samarium, which I assume this means there's no lantline in this mod pack. I guess that's just a GTNH thing. Can you tell how little I've played other mod packs? Alright, I've got everything for the warp core. At least, I assume I do. I may need some extra stuff that's not shown in the quest, but we'll see. Let's see, I need a warp core, 2 blocks of gold, 4 machine structures, an input hatch, and 15 blocks of titanium. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have everything. I also made some extra dilithium crystals because the quest said that they're used as fuel. So let's go set this up on the space station. Also, by the way, I've started crafting up the EV parts, so that'll be done soon as well. Now, I know this is where the rocket was supposed to land, here in the middle, but I don't think that I'm ever going to use the rocket to get back here, because I have celestial gateways, so I don't really need it. I think I'm going to put the... Well, I think about it some more. Maybe it's a bad idea. You know what? I am just going to put the warp drive somewhere else. I'm going to put it over here. I think I need to do a little building over here. This is not looking good. I mean, it's okay, but it needs a lot. It needs a lot of work. I need some kind of cockpit. Alright, it's building time. Now this is a space station. This is so much better. So much better. It's really simple too. It's just 2 blocks. It's white concrete and blue stained glass. 2 easy to get blocks. And it looks so nice. And I made a little cockpit section over here. This is where my warp drive is gonna go. So let's put this thing together. Oh my god. Wow. Just wow. Okay, sick. Why do I have the warp controller? Wait, what? Does this just go in front or something? Maybe. That makes some sense, I guess. And I'm pretty sure in the top here, this is where the dilithium goes. Maybe I'll keep 1 just in case. But look at that. That's awesome. I've brought a celestial gateway, as you can see. All the things needed to make the multi-block, and I've named it Euclydes. So, it is time to go to Euclydes Prime. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Artifact goes in here. So if I select planet, currently I am in Celesta. This is the solar system, and this has Nova. This is where I'm at right now. We are going to Stellaria. This has Euclydes Prime. All right. This is actually, like, the coolest thing in the world. Like, what the hell? It's a little excessive. It's a little excessive, but I get what it's going for.